Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. The final shot of this movie is the first shot in A Few Dollars More. I thought I recognized it. I half expected Clint Eastwood to shoot Robert Woods. That would have made for a dour ending, but also hilarious. My name is Pecos. I did that way too good. This is the second movie in the lovely Vengeance Trails box set, and was directed by Maurizio Lucidi, who also directed the sequel, Pecos Cleans Up. The plot: a Mexican named Pecos comes into town as a group of baddies stir up trouble. They think they're above the law, and they may be. But are they above Pecos? Now, this is a typical spaghetti western. It features a rockin' 60s soundtrack, violence, nudity, partial or full depending on the film, and unmerciful killing. However, these films never cease to stand out. Of course, this features the revenge plot and the hero and villain sharing a backstory. However, this film borrows scenes and even footage, like I mentioned in the intro, from other westerns. But Italians always had this way for bringing the flair to life. Lucidi does go full throttle with this flick, and while it's not as violent as some of the other spaghetti westerns, it still packs a punch. The villains do not discriminate between man, woman, or even child. Everyone's fair game. For the characters, we have Pecos Martinez, played by Robert Woods, who returned for Pecos Cleans Up, and is a clever one. He knows how to get the right people on his side, and has a decent yet risky approach when it comes to confronting the enemy.
I said, what's your name, Mexican? My name is
Pickles? The actor had a lot of makeup on. It really isn't too noticeable at first, but then it's quite funny and hard not to see. He's not Spanish. Joe Kling, played by the late Pierre Paolo Capioni, is a cool-played villain. He knows how to do things and handle them even when his henchmen don't. They keep messing up, and he does scold them for it. However, he has a lot of henchmen. Over 10, for sure. One's even played by Luigi Montefiore, aka George Eastman, who is an anthropophagus. 2019, after the fall of New York. Frickin' everything in Italy in the 80s. Hands of Steel, come on now. It's George Eastman, Luigi Montefiore, let's do this. Reverend Morton, played by Umberto Rajo, is a vulture. He would sell out anyone for the right price.
You're mistaken not to trust Morton, stranger. They all come to me one day or another.
He's a real slime ball of a character. Nina, the beautiful and boobyful Christina Losani, doesn't have much dialogue, but is able to convey her feelings through her eyes. She is helpful to Pecos in a few scenes, one of which involves a clever scene with a spinning wheel and a knife. I was impressed.
Quite honestly, I'm ready to do anything for money, so why not let me help you?
Eddie, played by Luigi Castelletto, is a spineless bartender who, like Morton, would do anything for money. He does try to help and even comes to his senses at one point. However, it's too little, too late. Dr. Burton, who I couldn't find who he was played by, I might just missed it, and his daughter Mary, played by Lucia Madagano, both serve their purpose as hosts and helpers to Pecos, who's on his mission for revenge. However, at times I forgot they were even in the damn thing. That can be said about a lot of certain characters. That can be said a lot about certain characters in this movie. There's a horse renter, or a lesser, as it's officially known, who looks like Uncle Jesse from Dukes of Hazzard, or so my parents said so when they were watching this. They're like, is that Uncle Jesse? I guess he's a skinnier version of Uncle Jesse. I think his name was Smith in the movie and was played by Franco Gula. There's also Eddie, the bartender's brother, who I think was named Ned or Jack. And then there's Steve, played by Peter Karsten, a sadistic cowboy who enjoys killing men and women and watching them suffer. They all come in and out of the movie like rapid fire, and without much lasting impression. I felt Massacre Time, which was the last movie in this box set that I reviewed, worked better with a group of core characters to watch. Also, this feels cheaply made. That doesn't mean it looks bad on Arrow Video's Blu-ray. It surely showcases the beauty of the cinematography. I'll get into that in a bit, but the DOP, director of photography, cinematographer, Franco Villa, who was also cinematographer, I guess, in Giallo in Venice, does a decent job at bringing the landscape to life. It's not amazing or anything, but it does work at making you feel immersed in the world. The world of Pecos.
Please look, I'm holding a Bible. You can't kill me. You saw it. I have lots of money. Over $30,000. We split it. But don't kill me. Please take it.
I spit on your money.
There's a charm to the film and its lighting, though. The as-before-mentioned scene with a spinning wheel. Anne's knife is not only a clever escape tactic, but a clever lighting placement. Pecos is the most lit, and that brings the knife to the forefront, right above his head. It's perfectly cast on Pecos, and therefore makes for an effective shot. Let's get into some more specifics. The gore, the effects, not much in terms of gore, or bloodshed even. We get some light scrapings and some bloody bullet hits. Most of the blood is predictably paint-like in texture, though, but that's to be expected for the time that the movie was made in, which was 1966. There's also an awesome scene with an explosion that I saw coming, and I expected it, but that doesn't make it any less awesome. It even subverted my expectations, and then decided to go through with it, and it had me cheering. The motion picture soundtrack, much like Massacre Time, the score is retooled from the theme song. However, this theme song is about the character this time, and not really the story. It makes sense that it sounds like Massacre Time because they were both composed by Coriolano Gori, who not only brought the instrumental stuff to the film, but the catchy jingles too. Overall, this was decent. The runtime is mercifully short at 85 minutes. If it went on any longer, I don't think it would have been as memorable. And it's not that memorable. It also loses extra time for character growth, and instead feels kind of rushed. It was a bit of a different Western, not only because it's an Italian one, but the hero was a Mexican. It's not the only one to use this nationality, but it might be the funniest. The eyeliner put on Robert Woods is enough to make you crack up because the actor is clearly not Mexican. However, that's not a bad thing. Hell, Rambo is supposed to be Native American, but he's played by an Italian. Now, My Name is Pecos is not the first movie to do it, and probably won't be the last. Hell, The Lost World from 1925 has a character in blackface. This stuff just doesn't go away. I think My Name is Pecos is a fine watch. It's not too deep with its characters, however, it doesn't need a great flair or charm. It's just a fun time. Overall, I give My Name is Pecos a 2 out of 5. Thank you all for watching, and I'm Brian Gatto, the Horror Shark. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Like my Facebook fan page and watch me on TikTok. I have a TikTok now at the Horror Shark, or we'll at Stalk, Talk, and Walk. For now, I might change it back to the Horror Shark. And support me on Patreon, where even $1 a month will help keep this channel going on strong, and I greatly appreciate it. Plus, you get access to body counts and other music videos that you cannot get on YouTube because of copyright and age restriction. Monetary support. If you want to support the channel through PayPal, it's horrorshow37@gmail.com. I'd greatly appreciate that too. But if you don't want to support me with any money, just hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video, and as always, subscribe.